A home game against Nantes on Saturday afternoon afforded Paris Saint-Germain a first opportunity to show the progress that coach Unai Emery demanded in his open letter to fans of the Ligue 1 champions. The Spaniard assessed the start of his reign and that third place was not good enough for the capital club. Edison Cavani was left out with their Champions League clash with Arsenal on Wednesday to decide who wins the group. Coming up, that allowed teenager Jean-Kévin Augustin to make his first start of the season. Nantes' last visit to the Parc ended in a 4-0 reverse, and it didn't look like being any more fruitful this time around. Angel Di Maria slapping the ball into the bottom corner. Well, the misfiring Argentine did score during the international break. And the first goal of the season. Augustin likely would have won a penalty, but fine advantage from the referee, leaving Di Maria with the simplest of tasks. The Canaries landed in Paris in the midst of indifferent form, knocking Angers out of the Coupe de la Ligue and amongst a run of 3 without a win in the league. Almost 2 years since they'd even scored in the capital. And Kevin Trapp was insistent that would remain the case. Although great athleticism by Oswaldo VIZCARRONDO and Guillaume Guillet. Marco Verratti said in the build-up he was feeling like he was ready to give his maximum. He certainly looked more like his old self. Finding Augustin, Di Maria onto Lucas. RIOU happy to smother the Brazilian's effort. Nantes without suspended trio Amin Ari, Emiliano Sala and Enoch Boateng. PSG almost being charitable in that instance. Thiago Silva being helped out by TRAPP, who was finding himself having to be almost more alert than he would normally be. All situations and angles as Yacine Boma had him pedalling backwards, but once again a strong hand keeping his clean sheet intact. 1-0 PSG, but not the comfortable ride Emery would have hoped for. Rémy Girard with plenty to be optimistic about, with his Nantes charges refusing to buckle at the home of the champions. Well, Girard had said this week he hoped to coach a national side at the 2022 World Cup, but before then the task is to see Nantes back in the top half of the table after they slipped dangerously close to the relegation zone. They were thankful to Rémy Rio's right-hand post for keeping Blaise Matuidi's effort out and the visitors in the game. No concern for Emery that PSG weren't killing the game off, and Nantes should have drawn level. BAMMOU going for goal, and substitute Fernando Aristeguieta was in a better position. Absolute fury from his strike partner, and he made his feelings known. BAMMOU, though, asking for less chat. Lucas then subbed off for Jesé to come on. Spaniard benefiting then from fellow sub Javier Pastore's work. First appearance for the Argentine since September the 23rd, and winning a penalty on his return to the top team. That in the 90th minute, and it was Jesé who stood up to wrap up a less than convincing 2-0 win. Coming collected from the former Real Madrid player. Emery's very much needing more than full disclosure to get PSG back to their fluent best. Next up is Arsenal in the Champions League, while Nantes are now safe by only goal difference.